ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያ ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
Hello viewers from all over the world. You're watching EBC, and today we're a part of an EBC media team that's on its way to the city of Johannesburg in South African city. And today we are boarding the Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's largest airline, Ethiopia's flagship carrier. So we're going to celebrate Easter with the Ethiopian diaspora community residing in South Africa. Now the Ethiopian Airlines, Ethiopia's flagship carrier, the largest airliner in Africa, both in terms of its fleet size and numbers of destinations, is our plane we're boarding for today. So the Ethiopian Airlines has more than 136 global flights and more than 36 flights destinations to Africa. The Ethiopian Airlines also has 21 weekly flights to South Africa, mainly the cities of Cape Town and Johannesburg. The Ethiopian Airlines also has a lion's share role in connecting Africa and connecting African cities. So we're going to have a great time in South Africa. So join us in this magnificent and this wonderful trip. Let's board the plane now. The time is already on.
በሰማያት ያለህ ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያ ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ።
Welcome back, dear viewers. We're now on board the Ethiopian Airlines flight bound to Johannesburg, South Africa, and we're really having a great time here in the flight due to the hospitality of the Ethiopian Airlines, the hospitality that has earned the airline as one of the choicest aviation providers in the continent. Now, this EBC team flight to South Africa is one of its kind, is really unprecedented, because we will be celebrating Easter holiday with the Ethiopian diaspora community living in South Africa, mainly the cities of Durban, Pretoria, and Johannesburg. And EBC will provide coverage of this program in 3 languages, Amharic, Afon-Oromo, and English, and it will be able to reach all of our viewers. So it's really one of a kind journey that we're going to have. One thing to mention is the role of the Ethiopian Airlines in connecting African cities. The Ethiopian Airlines flight has destination to over 63 African cities, and it has been really a great connector of African cities, and that's going to be something that we will strengthen in the coming days when we celebrate together Easter with the Ethiopian community. So stay tuned, and we'll continue bringing more updates of our journey, and we will continue bringing stories of Ethiopians living in South Africa, their stories of strength, their successes. So it really will be a great experience, and stay with us in this extraordinary journey.
በሰማያት ያለህ ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያ ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
Genuine and sincere welcoming attitude from Ethiopian people. We back home we greet a lot, and I found that it also exists in Ethiopia. Salam, you find people salam greeting all over, and that's what we do back home. And really it resonates with the value of Ubuntu. My brother is my brother. Yeah.
You are, so I am too. Yeah, we are together. So this program is being transmitted on the occasion of the Easter holiday. So to all of our viewers watching us from all over the world, what Easter messages do you have? Any message that we'd like to send to Ethiopians, Christians watching this show?
Yeah. When I take it back home, Easter for us, we really take it as a family knit kind of time where we really celebrate each other as a family. And more than that, in terms of our religious grounding, we also celebrate the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. And that's something that really stays with us. And we know when we say He's risen, we believe we're also stepping into the future and we're stepping into new things. Yeah.
So what does the future look like for the African continent? And what does the future look like to the African countries and their unity?
I think for me, it's really going back to redefine the Africa we want. In certain quarters, we've made good strides in terms of defining the Africa we want. But more than defining it now, we need to put things into action and put in place the Africa we want, both from a governance point of view, to really dealing with issues that really border our people at the lowest levels. Issues of poverty, we need to overcome that. And I believe it reigns across. I've seen lots of poverty in Ethiopia. I've seen lots of poverty in my country. I've seen lots of poverty in Ghana. I've seen lots of poverty in South Africa. So it's a common thing. Yeah. So the Africa we want is one that should be without some of these elements.
So how do you say happy holiday in Eswatini? What language is spoken in Swaziland, and how do you say happy holiday? Because in Amharic we say Melkam Baal. So how do you say that in your language, in your local language?
Interestingly, we have one common language in my country, Siswati. Yeah. So in my language, we just say Sinifisela injabulo lenhle noma lilanga lelihle. Yes.
In other words, happy holiday.
በሰማያት ያለህ ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያት ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ።
Hello, dear viewers. After crossing so many kilometers in the air, we're finally here at the Oliver Tambo International Airport in the city of Johannesburg. Now here with us is the entire flight crew who enabled us to have a safe and a comfortable journey. Besides, we have the co-pilot, so I'm going to speak to him. How was the journey, co-pilot?
The journey was fine.
So when you guys fly, you carry the Ethiopian flag with you up in the sky. Well, how does that make you feel?
It makes us very proud. It makes us very happy.
Indeed, indeed. So tell us about your business schedules. Are you going to stay here in the city of Johannesburg and then fly back tomorrow? What's the plan here?
Me and the captain are going to stay for just the night, and we have to go back tomorrow morning.
Thank you all so much. You had a great time on air. We wish you all the best. All right, dear viewers, as we are here in the city of Johannesburg to celebrate Easter with the Ethiopian diaspora community here, and now our flight crew would like to wish you all a happy Easter holiday. But let me go through to them one by one so that they can share their messages for all Ethiopians in occasion with the Easter celebration. Co-pilot, what message do you have to all Ethiopians and to the ones who are celebrating Easter holiday?
Yes, I want to say happy holidays. Have a good one.
Is there anyone in specific you want to wish a happy holiday?
Yes, my family's at home. Happy holiday.
Thank you very much. Let me come to you. Anyone in specific you want to wish a happy holiday?
Happy holiday for all Ethiopians.
Thank you very much. Cabin crew Makeda, anyone in specific you want to wish a happy holiday? Or to all Ethiopians who are watching this transmission from all corners of the world, what's your message to them?
Happy holiday for my family and happy holiday for all Ethiopians.
Thank you very much, Makeda. Let me come to you, Lemlem. Anyone in specific you want to wish a happy Easter?
No. Happy Easter for all Ethiopian people.
Thank you very much. And you, Siham, what message do you have to all Ethiopians in connection with the Easter celebration?
For all Ethiopians who live around the world, happy Easter and thank you.
Thank you very much, Siham. And you, please, message to Ethiopians in connection to the Easter holiday.
Yeah, I would like to wish to all Ethiopians to have a joyful and happy Easter.
Thank you very much. And you, team leader, Magnes, what message do you have to all Ethiopians in connection to the Easter holiday?
I wish all Ethiopians a happy Easter.
And now finally to Captain Dawit. Captain Dawit, Ethiopians are watching you from all corners of the world. What message would you like to send them?
Yeah, to all Christians, I would like to say Happy Easter, and specifically to my fiancée.
When are you two getting married?
June.
Congratulations and happy Easter to you as well.
Yeah, you're all invited. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much for joining us. That's what it looks like. Have a good time.
ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
Easter in South Africa. Congratulations to all of you for being alive and well and happy and successful on this historic day. Now, Ethiopia and South Africa, our two countries, we share a lot of history. And our history did not begin today. It began ages back then when Nelson Mandela in his fight for freedom was supported by Ethiopians. It began back then when Nelson Mandela took military training in the Ethiopian institutions. It began back then when Ethiopia supported South Africa in its fight against the evil called apartheid. That's when it began. And today our relations continue very strong. Today we gather not for politics, not for official discussions, but to celebrate Easter together. And EBC has been together with the two people in that journey. So congratulations to all of you and welcome to our Easter celebration. It's going to be a great evening. Now, before we continue, I'd like to tell you all how beautiful you all look. We feel like we're home. We don't feel like we're miles, thousands, and hundreds of miles away from home. We feel like little Ethiopia is here. We are the little Ethiopia. Welcome to all of you to the Easter celebration.
ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today as we gather to celebrate this holiday of renewal, we cannot continue without thanking those partners who made today possible. First, we want to thank the Sugar Corporation for really supporting the efforts of Ethiopia and South Africa to strengthen their relations. We also thank the Ethiopian Airlines, not only for sponsoring our visit, but also for interconnecting African cities all through the ages. Our gratitude also goes to the Ethiopian Embassy in South Africa, here at Pretoria, for not only partnering with EBC to make today a possibility, but also for supporting the diaspora community and coordinating them in various ways. As we toured around talking to the different members of the diaspora communities, we learned of the very significant and the very important role of the Ethiopian Embassy in coordinating the diaspora community. So our gratitude goes to them. And last but not least, I want to thank all of you, the sons and the daughters of Ethiopia, our Ethiopian brothers and sisters, for continue to be Ethiopian, for continue to hold Ethiopia in your hearts. Thank you to all of you. Their togetherness, their successes, celebrating our brothers and sisters. Congratulations. I'm going to welcome to the stage now Mr. Johannes Habib. He's the president of the Ethiopian Community Union in South Africa, and he's going to deliver a speech representing the Ethiopian diaspora community. We welcome you, Mr. Johannes Habib. Mr. Johannes, Me and my journalist friends, as we landed here, they said, the Ethiopian diaspora community in South Africa is unique, and you have to see what they're doing. So we went and then we started seeing the jobs that they do. We went and saw a store bigger than I've ever seen, and I was told that it started from very little. Then they started telling us about the societal fabric within the diaspora community. They told us that if one person gets robbed, people contribute money to support him. They told me that the Ethiopian diaspora community here are so close-knit together. So let's start with how the Ethiopian diaspora community here exists as a society. How do they support each other in times of their struggles? How do they celebrate joys together? Like, do you guys have weddings? What happens here?
So thank you for the question. We Ethiopians have a good culture. We are living together. We are acting together. We stand together in all the situations. One of our signs for Ethiopians, all Ethiopians are hardworking people. They are model in their works. They are hardworking people. So if something will happen on wedding even, we saw our unity like this. We sit in unity, we act in unity, we contribute even to organize. The person will be organized to make and stand firmly. What you saw there, I think the store is not only one store. We have multiple stores, which is owned by Ethiopians. You are surprising for small stores. We have buildings, which is owned by these hardworking people. These people are a model people.
Why are they so successful? How do they start from very little and go very high?
I think this is from our culture. Business is in our blood.
So what does the attachment to the homeland look like?
I'm telling you again, these people are attached with the homeland, with our motherland. Ethiopians, if you take history, other things may be for other things. We think for our motherland, Ethiopia. And we are tightly attached with Ethiopia. If you ask each and everybody, the dream is to do something at the motherland in Ethiopia.
Now let's go on to the Ethiopian diaspora community. I've been told that the Ethiopian diaspora community here in South Africa is different from the other diaspora communities like in other parts of the world. What makes this particular community unique? What contributions have you done to your homeland, and what do you plan to do moving forward in the future?
Really, this Ethiopian community who are residing in South Africa are very different and very unique. We community, United Ethiopian Community, taking an initiative, organizing, mobilizing these people so that our voice was heard in the world.
So as the president of the union, what message do you want to transmit to all Ethiopians watching you live on TV, and also to all of us gathered here today? What message would you like to send to all of us?
My message is short. We have to stand united. Let us leave all differences aside. We have to look to our motherland, how we can develop. We have to model, we have to become a model in development. What Honorable Ambassador Dr. Mukhtar was mentioning in production of wheat. This is a history. We can make a history in all spheres of the economy. For all that, you see this unity. This is unity in diversity. This must continue. We have to stand together. So we have to pray as a Christian. All of us are Christians. We have to pray for the peace of our land, our motherland, Ethiopia. I call all Ethiopians who watch me over EBC. I call all Ethiopians as a nation is a big nation who make a history during Adwa, containing a lot of things. So we have to make a history, showing the world we stand together and develop, change the history of our nation. For all of this, we have to stand together. Unity.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Johannes Habib. That was a great conversation we had. I am sure your message that let us all stand united to restore Ethiopia to its rightful glory has been heard by everyone gathered here today. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Bless you. God bless you.
ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
For our community
To say. So there's always a language barrier between the parents and kids that were either born here or raised in South Africa.
Okay, so kids at school, when they say, hey, Betty, where are you from? Do you say in a very sad face, yeah, I'm from Ethiopia? Or is your chest puffed up when you say, yeah, I am from Ethiopia? How do you say it?
I proudly say I am Ethiopian. Ethiopia is a very beautiful country to be proud of. So I do proudly say I am Ethiopian.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Betty. Everyone was starving, but because of you, people are forgetting their hunger. We're forgetting it a little.
That's true.
One more thing, Betty, just since we've mentioned it, the second generation of Ethiopian diaspora abroad have been invited to their country. Do you plan to go to Ethiopia and visit? What plans do you have for your motherland? What do you think about Ethiopia when you're alone? What plans do you have?
Of course, I would like to go back to Ethiopia. It is a country that I was originated from. My families are there. Most of my friends or family members reside in the country. So whatever experience I've gained here in South Africa, I definitely would like to go back and invest it in my own motherland. And I encourage each and every parent that is here to make sure that you educate your kids about the origins and what they acquire here to go and invest back into their country. Because I believe Ethiopia does have the chance of being one of the largest country like South Africa to provide home to many of us, not just Africans, but the whole world.
Thank you so much, Betty. Would you have any Easter messages to pass to the audience?
Kwana aderesaችሁ.
Thank you so much, Betty. For the interest of time, I will welcome to the stage Mr. Abel Yifru. He's the area manager of the Ethiopian Airlines in South Africa. He's going to give a very short remarks celebrating Ethiopian Airlines and its role in interconnecting the whole of Africa. But before he continues with his speech, I have a confession to make. So when they gave us the visa, they said, oh, the visa is only for 10 people. So we couldn't bring any bands. We couldn't bring any popular musicians. And we said, my goodness, how are we going to be able to make this stage? We did not bring any artists. We did not bring even a sound mixer. We did not bring any popular, like a pompous singer. However, all the talent was here. And we made magic out of nothing at all. Because that's how Ethiopians are. We make something out of nothing at all. Congratulations to all of us. We absolutely made magic today because I'm having a great time. I'm starving, honestly. I'm tired, but I'm having a great time. Your Excellency, continue with your speech.
Thank you for the opportunity. Ethiopian Airlines has 78 years of success, and from generation to generation, Ethiopian has been doing a wonderful job, and it has been the proud for its nation, for the entire Africa, and it's one of the successful company in the world. Ethiopian has also 31 successful journey in South Africa. We just started pre-independent in South Africa, and we have been doing a great job in connecting Africa to the rest of the world, Ethiopian diasporas in South Africa to their motherland, Ethiopia, and the globe in terms of tourism, in terms of people to people, in terms of fostering the economic integration between Africans. Currently, we do have 32 scheduled passenger flights, 3 dedicated scheduled cargo flights. In a total, we have 35 scheduled flights per week. In addition to that, we have different ad hoc charters and flights that are coming. So we are one of the biggest operators in South Africa, and we are, of course, the biggest in Africa, and one of the biggest and competitive carriers in the world.
ከመሬቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
I have here with me Professor Melatu Fukadu Zarihun. As they were playing here in the game, I noticed some young Ethiopians living here in South Africa. Are you a father?
Yes, I'm a father.
So a father of 4. Yeah. Congratulations. So the fathers here in South Africa, what do you tell your kids about Ethiopia? What do they know about their country? Let's start from that.
Thank you for the opportunity. And it's my pleasure to speak about being a father, being a parent in a foreign land, outside Ethiopia. So most Ethiopians, when I arrived in South Africa, the very intention, the very plan was, to escape poverty. But because of life, they engage in marriage, and now there are many children. By the way, we have large number of children in South Africa who were born in South Africa. So South Africa is a beautiful country, but we have big challenge with parenting, because now we are from different culture. Now most of the parents, they don't speak the language here. So the children born here, they speak English, but the parents are not speaking English. So communication between parents is really a very difficult task. So because of that, transmitting our culture, educating our youngsters, our culture, our values, our religious, political, socio-economic values is really a challenge. I think Ethiopian Embassy in South Africa has a big task, even our community. By the way, I'm not a community chairperson. I'm just assisting. Our chairperson is John Habib. Can you clap for him? I'm just advisor. I advise my community. So when I come to your point, it's a huge challenge. It's a big challenge. Now the children speak in English. They are in a more modern. The parents, they don't speak English. So it's a huge barrier. So in this case, churches, Ethiopian churches, are now playing a big role. We are thankful to Ethiopian church because now the church give lessons, classes, language classes, church education. So church is filling the gap, but still the gap is existing, solid one.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit out of the topic. How long have you been living here? Because my measure of knowing how long someone has been living in South Africa is their accent. It starts changing, and then when you speak to someone young, as those young kids, they completely have the accent you're using now, the South African accent. So yes. How long have you been here, and how long did it take you for you to have that accent, to start losing and to start gaining the new one?
Oh, I'm now a South African. So I've been here for the last 16 years.
16?
Since 2008, yeah. I came for my PhD. Then I finished my PhD. My plan was just grab my PhD and go back home. But it couldn't happen. So I became here. And I'm so grateful for the people of South Africa giving me all the chance and accommodating me. Thank you.
Beautiful. So when we were moving around at the Ethiopian-owned businesses, we saw Ethiopians hiring people from Malawi, hiring people from other parts of the continent, hiring other people. So what lessons can we take, this lesson of coexistence? We saw so many languages being used here in South Africa. You have the Zulu, you have the Afrikaans. So what can we take from South Africa and take it back home? Because when we go back home, we got to take something back. What should we take back home?
It's really fascinating, especially the business capacity, the business know-how of Ethiopians is really fascinating.
Yeah,
yes.
They said business is in the blood. It goes through the veins.
That's true. Ethiopians are entrepreneurs. They create business, from nowhere. So I'm teaching economics, and I'm really approached by many South Africans. What is the secret, guys? You came poor, very poor. Then within a year's time, you are driving nice cars, you are having big, beautiful business, companies. What is the reason? The reason is, our target is to escape poverty. If someone is run by a beast, a dangerous beast, he has to run faster. So Ethiopians are running away from poverty, then they are working hard, day and night. That's the success, the reason for success. So Ethiopians working hard.
Okay.
There is no mistake, Some people, they may think that, these people are doing some other illegal business. Not at all. I'm true witness. They're doing their job carefully, day and night, in cooperation, in a brotherhood. So because of that, they are able to hire other African brothers, the Malawians, the Zimbabweans, the South Africans, all are working together. So Ethiopians are teaching business know-how for the rest of Africa. And this can be strengthened through Ubuntu. There is Ubuntu in South Africa. This is something we need to learn from South Africa. Ubuntu refers to, I am because of you. You are because of me. That's Ubuntu. That's a lesson. South Africans welcome us. Open door, big hugs, welcome brother. This is a lesson we need to learn from South Africans. South Africans are welcoming. This is a heaven. South Africa is a good heaven, safe heaven for Ethiopians. This is our home. I don't feel as if I'm abroad. This is my home. This is my birthplace. This is Africa. So, Ubuntu, this is a lesson we need to learn from South Africa. Again, today, South Africans are celebrating 13th year of freedom.
13 years of freedom.
Since 1994.
Okay.
1994 was the first year President Mandela was inaugurated as the first black president of South Africa.
Wow, congratulations.
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 Congratulations to South Africans. So now it's a Freedom Day. We are celebrating Easter.
Freedom, is it freedom from the apartheid? Freedom from what?
Yes, freedom from cruel rule of apartheid. Now South Africa is a free country. We are so happy.
All right. So we started mentioning some challenges. Allow us to go a little bit down. We mentioned that Ethiopians start from nothing and make something out of nothing.
Yes.
But then we cannot also ignore the challenges that they face through the way here. What stories have you heard, especially in relations to illegal migrations, stories of struggles? Please share that with our audience. I would love to hear some of the stories.
Yes, it's a really very interesting question. People see only the flourishing business, but inside that, there is devastating problems. Now, Ethiopians, when they way to South Africa, that's illegal human trafficking. Many young Ethiopians are dying on the road to South Africa. So that has to be stopped. Illegal migration must stop. So there must be some arrangements between South Africa and Ethiopia. This is happening now, Middle East and Ethiopia. Now, Ethiopians are migrating to Middle East in a formal way, in a legal way. So there must be some arrangement between Ethiopian government and the government of South Africa so that we can have mutual relation, business, people-to-people relation in terms of business. Otherwise, Ethiopians are facing a lot of challenge. Ethiopians living in South Africa, day and night, they are always dreaming about their country. So therefore, if the people-to-people relation is existing. Now, the most important is people, government to government, state to state relationship. Therefore, now, if there is official way of transferring money, that can be very helpful. But these days, until now, today, there is no official way of transferring money. Therefore, that's a challenge. So if there is such relationship, protocol, signed agreement between South Africa and the Ethiopian government, that makes life easier. It can be mutually benefiting for South Africa as well as Ethiopia. In addition to that, there are many new millionaires coming, rich businessmen coming. They want to invest in Ethiopia.
What message would you like to send to all of the people who are watching you on the screens?
I wish you a happy, prosperous Ethiopian Easter to all of you. እንኳን አደረሳችሁ፣ እንኳን አደረሰን።
ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
እዚህ ያለን ኢትዮጵያውያን
connection to Easter, we Ethiopians living in South Africa, we always think of our country, Ethiopia. While standing together, we all have to support each other and support Ethiopia's development. This will eventually lead to peace and prosperity, lead to fraternity, love and supporting the Trojans.
ትንሣኤ ተስፋ ነው።
Easter is hope. Easter is peace. Easter is light. Our days has died by the Almighty Jesus Christ. We pray as a result of being alive by Easter. We thank God. Happy Easter for all Christians. We all are dreaming the resurrection of Ethiopia.
አምላክ ሰው የሆነበት ታላቅ ክብሩን ትቶ
The revelation of God is not only to salvate all human beings, but also redeeming their sins. Redeeming human beings' sin led to human beings' resurrection as Jesus Christ has resurrected. This is a special holiday that we all human beings have to celebrate. The glory of God is manifested by the resurrection of all human beings from their sin. So we celebrate Easter as all human beings' resurrection. We thank God. God salvate all of us from the sins we made. This is a special occasion celebrated by all Christians across the globe. Happy Easter for all of you.
እንኳን አደረሳችሁ።
Congratulations and happy Easter for all who are celebrating this. Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation is also celebrating this here in Pretoria, South Africa. During 1960s and 1970s, it served as the arm of freedom fighters across southern parts of the African continent. The then Ethiopian radio played significant role as a means of mobilizing and galvanizing for those who are fighting for their freedom. Today, EBC has embarked on reforms to ensure its accessibility and competence in the African media platform. Hence, Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation strive to ensure its accessibility. Happy Easter. Thank you very much.
ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
First of all, I'd like to say Happy Easter to my fellow Christian brothers and sisters back home. Our country is really moving forward. We are in a very historical moment. The efforts that we are making to build a prosperous Ethiopia is bearing fruits. So let's keep join hands. Let's strengthen our unity. Let's redouble our efforts towards overcoming poverty and making prosperous Ethiopia a reality. The future for us, for Ethiopians, is promising for me. So let's keep working hand in hand to achieve those visions of our country.
አባታችን በሰማያት ያለህ ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያት ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ። አባታችን በሰማያት ያለህ ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያት ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
And I would like to say happy Eastern holiday to all my brothers, sisters of Christian. Drado is a very known by coexistence of the religions. For example, when Muslim currently the fasting Ramadan holiday celebrating, the Christian starting or involvement with the cleaning of the praying place, and also providing cold waters, providing the fast breaking food stuff, and also fruit and vegetable. These are one of the exemplary showing by our brothers and sisters Christian to show the coexistence of the religions. The same as this Easter holiday celebrated near future will be expected from the brothers and sisters of Muslims to be closely working and celebrating with them, and by providing waters and foodstuffs and keeping securities, showing togetherness, coexistence of the religions. Drado is very known by coexistence of the religions with the community. That will be expected from the brothers and sisters of Muslim to be closely working on celebrating with our brother and sister of the Christian.
አባታችን በሰማያት ያለህ ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያት ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ ከመቤቴ ከድንግል ማርያም ተወልዶ በመስቀል ላይ ስለ ኃጢአቴ ቤዛ ሆነ አማኑኤል እግዚአብሔር ከኛ ጋር ሆነ።
አዎ ድሬዳዋ ላይ በነገራችን ላይ ስለ ሃይማኖት ይሄ ሙስሊም ይሄ ክርስቲያን ነውር ነው እኛ ጋር ማውራት፣ ስለ ብሔር ማውራት። ድሬዳዋ ልጅ ሰፈር እንጂ ብሔር የለውም ይባላል። የሙስሊም በዓል ጊዜ እንደ ረመዳን እንደ ኢድ ጊዜ የክርስቲያን ወንድሞቻችን ናቸው ለፕሮግራሞቻችን ላይ በጣም ተጨናንቀው የሚያዘጋጁት የኢድ ዕለት ማለት ነው። እኛም የሙስሊም ወንድሞች ደግሞ የጥምቀት በዓል ጊዜ ድሬዳዋ በጣም ነው የምትደምቀው። እንደውም በሱ አጋጣሚ መታቸው ብታዩ ጠቅላላ ታቦት የሚወጣበትን አካባቢ የሙስሊም ወንድሞች ምግብ፣ ውሃ፣ መቀመጫ፣ ማረፊያ ቦታ አዘጋጅተው ታቦቱ ሲወጣም በእንደዚህ አይነት ሁኔታ በዓሉን ያሳልፋሉ። ሲገባ ደግሞ በዛ ልክ ታቦቱን ሰው ሳይደክመው መቀመጫ አስቀምጠው ውሃ አዘጋጅተው በእንደዚህ አይነት ሁኔታ ነው የምናከብረውና ድሬዳዋ ላይ ያንዳችን ውበት ነው። ያንዳችን ሃይማኖት ለአንዳችን ውበት ነው።
አባታችን በሰማያት ያለህ ተለይቶ ይሞገስ ክቡር ስምህ ከሰማያት ከላይ ከጸባዖት ወርዶ
ምንድነው መሰለ እኔ ራሴ በኔ እድሜ ማለት ነው ከኔ በፊት ያሉት ከዚህ በላይ ያወሩታል በኔ እድሜ ራሱ መቻቻልና ፍቅር የሚባለው ብዙ አይቻለሁ በጣም ብዙ ቢቀንስም አሁን ያው ሁሌ ድሮ እንደሚባለው በኔ እድሜም ላይክ ምንድነው መሰለ ጎረቤታሞች ይሄ ቤት ጉራጌ ከሆነ ይሄኛው አማራ ይሄኛው ሶማሌ ይሄኛው ኦሮሞ ነን ሶ ስንበላ ስንጠጣ አንድ ላይ ነው ምን አለ መሰለ በኔ እድሜ ቤቶች ድሬዳዋ ላይ አረቢ ቤቶች ይባላሉ የመንግስት ቤቶች እዚህ ሀገር አንድ አይነት ዲዛይን ናቸው ኦኬ ሶ ያ ዲዛይን ሁላችንም ቤታችን ውስጥ ምን አለ መሰለ ግርግዳው ሜቢ ከኔ ቁመት በላይ ትንሽ እንዲ ነው የሚያገናኘን መሃሉ እንዲና እንዲ ነው የምናወራው ከቤት ውስጥ አከሌ ዛሬ ምሳ ምንድነው የሰራችሁት እንላለን ሽሮ ነው ካላይ እኛ ቤቱም ሽሮ ነው ትላለ ፓስታ ነው ምናምን ስንለው ቀላቅለን እንብላ በማለትና አንዱ ቤት ቆንጆ አንዱ ቤት ሁሌ የምትበላው ዘውትርና የተለየ ጁምዓ ምናምን አሁን የተለየ እንደምታረገው ሲሆን ሼር አርገን አብረን እንበላለን ክርስቲያን ሙስሊም የለንም አልዋሽም አሁን ይሄ ሁሉ ነገር ያለው ሶ በክርስቲያን ጊዜ ጉልባን ሲሰራ እንበላለን ያመጡልናል እስከ ቤት በጠዋት እኛም እንደዛው ሾርባ ያው ስጋ ያልነካ ነው የሚሉት እኛም ስጋ ያልነካ ነው የምንለው እንጂ ደስ እንበላለን አብረን ሁሉንም ነገር እንደዛ አይነት ፍቅር ነበረን እንደገና ደግሞ መንገድ ላይ እንግዳ ሰው ታውቃለህ ሀገርህ ላይ ሲመጣና አከሌ የእንትና ቤት የት ነው ብለህ ለምን